Because if you remember back in the early days of analytics tracking, it was what a lot of people really feared, and that was, well, what's stopping you to see? Well, Jim went to Google, and then Jim went to Delta.com, and then Jim went to check out some blogs on the park, and then he went to the park's website. What's from stopping you from tying all that activity together? And that scared people. And so from a analytics perspective, that was never really something we went down that path on, because the vendors just didn't offer it. We weren't analyzing that level of data. What we analyzed was, once they landed on the site, what did they do? And I want to say, when I was at Omniture in the early days, I want to say our cookie was like 8 years or something. I don't know. It was something extremely long. So as long as you're on the same device and you keep, we know who you are for the next 8 years. And then with browser regulations and tightening of the rules, that has slowly gone down to 2 years, and then gone down to a year. And the biggest challenge right now, I think, with the most recent ITP release, it's something like 7 days. It may be less. And
yeah, it's really short. I can't remember off the top of my head.
It's short, and I think our challenge as analytics practitioners is kind of twofold. One, that definitely now comes into real issue with attribution. So not only from external sources, so we can talk about, well, what ads or what external paid media brought you to the site, but even on site, that starts to become a challenge of looking at, well, what's Jim's entire history with us on our site? Well, I don't know. He didn't come for 8 days, and so we lost it all. And so, being able to piece that whole story together with a shrinking cookie is a very, very real concern that's in play today. This isn't something that's coming in the future. It's here today. That cookie lifetime is here today, and it's very challenging. It's also challenging from a personalization and a testing perspective, again, for the same reason. If the goal is to build this profile of Jim because you keep coming to the site and you're querying different things, you're looking at different hotels to stay, you're looking at different park passes to buy, you're consuming different content, we can build a profile around that and now use our personalization platform to put a more curated experience in front of you. But if that cookie is only living a few days and you're not coming back to the site all that frequently, you're essentially a new visitor to us every time. So that becomes a real challenge to personalization teams to understand who you are and give you really personalized experiences on the site. So again, these are very real challenges that are here today. And that is the challenge. And maybe the fear is that those are going to shrink even more. But that challenge is here today, and it was here before today. Nothing new is changing necessarily tomorrow. So what does that mean? What should we do? And what are the next steps? That's really where we're at right now.